What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a more practical video on how you can basically optimize your jawline, make your jawline better, make it pop more. Now, first things first, before I get into anything, and I'm not going to spend much time on this because everyone already knows, your genetics play a big part in your jawline. If you have bad genetics though, you can do these things to improve your jawline. Even if you have good genetics, you should do these things to improve your jawline anyway. The first thing I want to talk about is Invisalign or braces. Now, for me, I used to have really bad, fucked up bottom teeth. My bottom teeth are still a little bit fucked up, but I'm about 2/3 of the way through my treatment on my Invisalign. If you didn't know, Invisalign are invisible braces. These. You got two of them. You swap out these sets every 2 weeks, and each new set is bringing your teeth closer and closer to a more perfect set of teeth. I am on set 20 out of 32 right now, and I'm going to be able to show you actually my x-ray of my mouth before and after the treatment, what my mouth's doing and what it's going to look like. Now, I've always had a decent jawline. Even when, I had a bit of a chubbier face and stuff, the genetic potential's always been there. The problem, though, is that I had a really bad underbite or overbite. I can't remember which one. It's when your bottom teeth are backwards. They're behind your front teeth instead of on par with them. So my jaw used to be back here. It still looks good, though. It still looks... God damn, I'm sexy. So my teeth used to be backwards, which means my jaw would be backwards, and I had a receding chin because of this. So here is an x-ray of my mouth. This was my mouth before I started my Invisalign. You can see my top teeth are literally completely over the bottom teeth. And if I actually removed a view of the top teeth, you can see how bad my bottom teeth are. Really crowded and also, pushed backwards. Here you can see from the side view my chin is once again tucked backwards, it's receding. Now if I press play on this, it's going to take you through my mouth's transformation. As you can see, it's slowly bringing my teeth forward, which in turn is bringing my jaw forward too. I am here right now, I am on set 20, so my teeth look something like this. Quite the improvement from this. By the end of Invisalign, my teeth will look like this. A pretty healthy set of teeth. Now, to show you the difference between before and after, this is what my teeth will look like once it's finished. And this was before. So you can see how much of a difference it's making to my bottom jaw. Look how much more it's sticking out now. That's insane. So, number one, if you want to improve your jaw, if you have bottom teeth which are crowded, you've got a receding chin, if you don't have good jaw health, if you don't have good healthy teeth, that's number one. Now, Invisalign isn't cheap. My Invisalign cost me, I think, £3,000 for the entire plan. I can't think of a better investment to make than in your own jaw's health, because, look at my teeth here. Not only are they really unaesthetic, they are not pleasing to look at, but they were really difficult to brush and clean as well. Specifically these guys back here, they're super hard to clean. It's very demotivating to give a shit about your teeth if they look like this. It's demotivating to give a fuck about anything if your teeth look like this. And for a while, I really neglected my teeth because of this. And to be honest, I did try and get braces before I hit 18, because if you don't know, in the UK, you can get free braces if you get them before you're 18. My dentist decided to fuck me over though. Long story short, they fucked me. And I've not been a person who has been very financially lucky, let's say. My financial situation, as I've been growing up, has been a bit rough, and so I couldn't really afford braces for quite some time. With that being said, you can go onto a payment plan to pay for this shit. My dentist is actually really relaxed with how I pay him back. Every time I go in there for my checkup, oh, how much can you pay? A couple £100 there, here and there. That's fine, as long as you pay it back at some point. They're very relaxed with this shit. And once again, there's nothing more important than your jaw's health, your teeth's health. You only have one set of teeth. Once you lose them, once they're, decayed, they're moldy, they're gone. So this is a fucking really important investment for you to make. Not only for your jawline, but also just for your teeth. Look how big of a difference this makes to the jaw. That's crazy. That's crazy. So number 1, Invisalign or braces to fix your teeth. Number 2 is breathing through your nose. Now, there's a lot of science, there's a lot of studies and blah, blah, blah about how terrible for a lot of aspects of your health to mouth breathe. If you're mouth breathing on a regular basis, that's going to fuck you in more ways than one. But for the sake of this video, it's going to give you that receded jawline. It's going to give you that leafy chin. So become conscious of how you're breathing. Is it through your mouth or is it through your nose? Breathe through your nose. This ties into my third point directly, which is something I've implemented in the past month, and that is putting a piece of tape over your mouth as you sleep. You might think that sounds fucking insane. That's fucking crazy, Sam. What if you can't breathe through your nose and you fucking die? That's okay. It's okay. I thought about that. Let me get the tape. I use this tape. It's called Micropore Tape. It's the same tape you use to actually wrap up a new tattoo to keep it safe, to stop it from getting infected, to stop it from drying out. It's because it's breathable tape, and it's also very light, you know? If my nose gets blocked during the night and I can't breathe through my nose, then of course it's going to be very easy for me to just open my mouth and start breathing again through my mouth if need be. But the interesting thing about this tape is just having it on your lips as you sleep is enough to tell your brain subconsciously that you should breathe through your nose. Just the slight resistance it gives actually makes you breathe through your nose for the entire night, which is insanely beneficial if you're someone who snores, if you're someone who mouth breathes. It's a life hack. You're no longer doing that. You're now breathing healthily through your nose. I'll show you how to put the tape on. Very simple. So you just take a little bit of tape like that, rip it off, and stick it on your mouth. And if I want to talk, then I can. It's just the slightest bit of resistance that actually tells your brain to breathe through your nose. And that's all you need. So there is no danger to using this. And I'd suggest everyone to try it. Micropore tape. Hamza does this too. And what Hamza does is he rips off a few pieces of the paper from the roll and just sticks them to the side of his bed. So if at some point during the night it does come off and you wake up and you realize it's come off, then you can just grab another piece of tape quickly, put it back on, go back to sleep. I've never found that I have to do that because I am a very heavy sleeper. Once I'm asleep, I'm knocked out. But if you're a bit more like Hamza and you wake up often during the night, then that might become useful for you to do as well. Number 4, and I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about this one. I have to talk about it because some people might not know about it, but mewing. If you don't know what mewing is, it's named based off the guy who sort of discovered it, and it's basically just practicing proper tongue posture in your mouth. A lot of people who have the receding chins and the crappy jawlines is because they don't have proper tongue posture in their mouth. So where is your tongue sat right now in your mouth? If it's not pressed into the top of your mouth, then you have bad tongue posture, and that's not going to help your jawline at all. It's very unhealthy. If you don't know what I mean when I say tongue to be pressed into the top of your mouth, then I'll give you a very practical way to actually achieve mewing. So if you're unsure on how to mew, this will help you greatly. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to think of a big juicy steak, or if you are a vegetarian, a big juicy blade of grass. I want you to get a little bit of saliva in your mouth, you know. There you go. You've got a bit of saliva in your mouth. Now, I want you to swallow the saliva, and wherever your tongue ends up in your mouth, that is correct tongue posture. You will find that it's pressing up into the top of your mouth. You see, that's mewing. That is correct tongue posture. Your tongue should be sat there naturally, 24/7, when you're not eating, when you're not talking. If you're sat here like this, your tongue should be sat there. It should not be floating around anywhere else in your mouth or just sat at the bottom of your mouth. I'm not going to give you the science of why this works, but basically it changes your facial structure over a long period of time. So remember that. Don't know how to mew? Just swallow. And where your tongue ends up, that's where it should stay. Number 5, and that is just being lean and upping your testosterone, and also becoming more masculine. I'm putting these three together because I feel like they all go hand in hand. If you're more masculine, then you have more testosterone. If you have more testosterone, then you're more lean. So, if you want to have a better jawline, if you want to look more masculine, if you want to look more like a man, then you should work on your masculinity. You should optimize your testosterone, and you should get lean. Getting lean in your face makes a huge difference to how you look, how attractive you look, and that includes the jawline. If you are chubby, if you're fat, then you're not going to have a prominent jawline. Those are the 5 things which I practice to improve and optimize my jawline. I have 2 more things to mention which I personally haven't practiced yet, but I have heard from very good sources are very good things to try. The first one is Orthotropics. The YouTuber First Man mentions this a lot, and he does specific facial exercises to make his face look more masculine. If you want to learn more about that, you should go and watch First Man's video. The second one is chewing mastic gum. Mastic gum, it's chewing gum, but like it's just a bit more hard. It's a bit more chewy. Chewing that quite often will strengthen these bits right here, and if you chew it often enough, you'll find that your mouth will no longer sort of gape open. If you're watching TV, you might find that your mouth ends up like this. So if you have that problem, chewing mastic gum can strengthen this part of your jaw, so your jaw remains shut. Awesome. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was practical. I hope you picked up something new from it. If you're not already, join the Discord. It's linked in the description. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.